It's 2:51 p.m. I'm on the record.
Can you give me ice, please? Please. Put your toys away, Mommy, like a good girl.
Okay. Ma'am, when you're speaking, are you speaking through an open door?
Don, the screen door was shut. I asked him to close the door because it's getting cold in here and I don't want my little girl to get cold.
But
I just had to change her clothes because she got in a puddle.
Mr. Cook is not to be listening to this deposition.
He's not listening to anything.
So he can hear your voice when you just said to him to do something.
The door is shut.
And again, this is I don't know how many times it's been. Again, I was asking you a question and you cut me off. What did you just do, man? Did you shut the door?
I went and got my glass of pop. I left it over there on the counter. I shut the door all the way.
When you were speaking to John Cook, you were just speaking to John Cook just now, right?
I went outside and asked him to get me ice quick.
Oh,
He
no,
handed
ma'am,
me
we saw
ice.
you, ma'am. No, I'm so sorry. We saw you on this video saying something to John Cook.
I did not. I said, I left. I got up. I said, get me some ice, please. And I handed him my cup. He filled the cup up from the freezer that's outside. He handed me back the cup. I shut the door.
It amazes me that she thinks she can do whatever she wants. This is a court proceeding. This is on the record. She can and will be held liable for everything. She's got a child in the courtroom, and technically this is the courtroom. She's got John in the courtroom. John's listening to everything, has been there the entire time. She thinks she can just get up, go do whatever she wants anytime. And God forbid how that straw feels with those lips all over it.
That's not what I was referring to. We're just going to move on. The video will
Thank
speak
you.
for itself.
He's outside.
The video will speak for itself when it's replayed.
Right. The door was shut. The screen door was open. Mr. Cook was outside. I asked him to shut the door because it's cold and I didn't want to get up from the screen and shut it myself.
Again, there's no reason to shout. So you answered my question. I'm going to ask you that again. So the entire time the door has been open, has my voice been able to be heard by him out there?
No, John was not out there. Him and the baby were running around the yard, playing in the driveway in the freaking puddles. So I had to take the break, not only to go potty, but to change my daughter's wet clothes. If you'd like to see them, I will show you.
No, I don't listen.
For proof.
Let's proceed. Okay. Can you see this screen, or did it make it bigger?
What? Yeah, I can see it sort of.
Can you read it?
Yes, I can read it.
Okay. So the Fifth Amendment, this is from the Cornell Law School, law.cornell.edu. It's quoting the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. It says, and it quotes here, quote, "No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentation or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service, in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation." That's the Fifth Amendment.
I know what the Fifth Amendment is. Thank you.
Okay. No, do you see anywhere where it says that you have a right under the Fifth Amendment to avoid being what you feel is being badgered by an attorney in a deposition?
It isn't. Yes, I see that. I have a right not to criminally get myself criminally charged with anything. And
That's right.
being investigated by Mr. Hales in a criminal offense. So I have the right to plead the fifth.
You do.
Absolutely.
I got it. And that's what I was trying to clarify. So when you've taken the fifth in this deposition all through now, that's what you're referring to, the reason why, right?
Exactly, because he is trying to charge me with criminal crimes.
You don't have to say it twice.
Anything that you can twist or turn or elaborate or change to look like I said what I didn't say, I'm not going to say.
I got it. We understand it. Okay, I got it. You don't have to say it twice. I understand your reasons. Okay, but it seems like we understand the reasons why you vote the fifth. I got it, and we all have it. It took a while, but we finally got it. Okay, so because you took the fifth to the question I was going to ask you about your exhibit, this last page, that's what got started here. You weren't going to answer questions about this page 47. Can I go through and ask you the other questions here? Or are you going to take the fifth about this document?
Sure. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good. All right. This is still in the comment section. I want to ask you a question about this. And if you want to take the fifth, any questions, you can do so. If you want to. If you don't want to, it's your right. You highlighted this, what is going on with Mary, and what are we going to start seeing people going to jail? And then you wrote, Mary, I can't read. Can you read what you wrote?
It says, Mary, ex-town clerk, he abused her to have a stroke. He abused her to a stroke.
What's this us? Doesn't it say us?
U.S.
U.S.?
I don't know. What is going on with Mary? What are we going to start seeing? Oh, when are we start seeing people in jail? I wrote us. He means us. He talking in his video about sending us to jail. So the people are asking, when are we going to see all these people that you say are going to jail? When are we going to see them going to jail?
If only she had a crystal ball, she would know that Crook has already done 40 days in jail and has multiple charges that he's going to court for. Felony charges, which most likely he'll do more time in jail for. Yep, looks like she's probably headed that direction too.
Okay, and then you said Mary, ex-town clerk, he abused
to a stroke. Mary had a stroke because of the abuse.
How do you know that Mary, the ex-town clerk, had a stroke because of the abuse?
Because it has been diagnosed for her that she had a stroke due to the stress and the crap that she had been put through.
How do you know this?
Because her doctor said so.
To whom?
To Mary.
And then Mary told you?
Mary didn't tell me. I'm friends with people that she did tell. And everyone is aware of it.
So in other words, more under oath in court proceedings, defamation. Recorded. Under oath. Recorded. Defamation. You can't prove it. If it's said to harm another, which this was, then it's defamation. Now, if I caused Mary to have a stroke, my goodness, what has LIEnette and Crook caused to me and George?
Okay, so one of Mary's friends told you that Mary's doctor said that she had a stroke because of the abuse given by Mr. Hales.
Yes.
To her.
Yes. The whole town knows it.
Okay, let's see this page now, which is the last page for the record was 46 of 47. Let's go to 45 of 47. It's a comment again, and you highlighted, going back to 46 for a second. This is your highlighting, right, ma'am?
Yes, I highlighted it.
Now on this page 46 to 45, did you highlight this also where it says sadly, those two?
It says, sadly, those two, Ellen J, LIEnette and John, will not give up unless they are arrested. Finally, I doubt they will stop because they are cray cray, don't usually go away, because cray cray don't usually go away. With
Oh, wait a minute.
everything that he tells his fans, this is what they believe, even if they're being told lies.
Okay.
So 600 and however many thousand or whatever many numbers of fans that he has, minus the ones that have left, believe that we are doing all of these things to him that we are not.
And what would, you don't know what this person is, Jill got 65, 67. You don't know her, right?
No, I do not.
So you don't know what she believes, right?
She just said it.
But
She said it right there.
yes, but you don't know what she means when she says this, right?
I know what the video said, and she's answering to the video.
Right. You
Sir, come on. Come on.
You're interrupting again.
I object. You're badgering me. You can read it for yourself. She says exactly what she means.
All right, let's go over what she said. If you know, you seem to know what she means, so I'll ask you. Do you know what she means when she says LNJ will not give up unless they are arrested? What does she mean? Having you
She
give
means
up what?
that John and I are not going to give up
Ma'am, you did it. I'm
stalking.
sorry, man. You did it again, which is totally amazing.
Okay, I'm done.
It truly is. It is mind-boggling how many times you've done that. So let's try it again. When she says, sadly, those two, L and J, will not give up unless they are arrested. Do you know what she means by saying you give up? What is she saying that you need to give up doing? Do you know?
Yes, he's saying he is saying to his fans on his video that we're stalking him, that we're following him, that we're putting signs up all over the towns, that we're doing these things to him, and we are not doing them. Okay. We are not. So they are believing what Mr. Hales is saying, and hence they have made this decision in their minds about who we are and what we are doing. Okay.
Do you know whether or not she believes that you have stalked Mr. Hales because she read an Ohio court's finding of fact that you have?
It doesn't have anything to do with the courts in Ohio. It has to do with his videos and what he says in them.
He said, oh, he doesn't talk about his Ohio injunctions in his videos?
Yes, he does. Talks about everything.
Ma'am, could you go back on the screen, please?
Yes, I'm trying to get my child some toys. She was about to dump the thing down on herself. I was trying to protect my child.
Is she in your room now, your child?
This is a tiny camper. You saw it. She's in the bedroom, but she came into right here next to me to a tote. And if she would have pulled it down, it would have hurt her. So I jumped up to grab the tote to get it down for her. So at least she can play with it on the floor and not get hurt. I don't want her to have it, but you won't let John Cook sit in the bedroom to watch my child.
What? She won't let John Cook watch her in the bedroom?
You won't let him sit in the bedroom to watch her because you don't want him in the camper.
He's not allowed to be in this room with a deposition going on. Okay.
So there's two rooms. Can he be in the back room with my child so that he can protect her?
Can you make it so that he can't hear this?
All I can do is pull the partition shut.
Okay, ma'am. All right. So again, you said this woman, if it is Jill Gott or this person, Jill Gott 65, 67, it could have watched and heard about on Jeremy's web pages or YouTube videos that you have been found by a courts in the state of Ohio to have been a stalker of him. right?
I was fraudulently found guilty of it. And when we can, we will prove that.
Okay. That doesn't answer the question. Let's try it again.
Did she
You
watch his
don't know,
video?
you don't know,
Yes.
you're doing it again. You don't know what she was relying on. She could have been relying on saying, will not give up. And you said stalking you. And she could have been relying on the Ohio court's order when as believing that you were stalking him, right?
No, she had just watched the video. Those are words from her while the video is running.
And-
So she's watching the video and commenting while his video is going. That's how you get comments, sir.
All right, we're gonna move on. Here's page 41. Is this your writing where it says this says it all? Right here.
Yes, absolutely.
And you drew the arrow to the comment?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so the comment is, and I'm gonna again remind you to caution you to not interrupt me as I ask you this question. The comment is to Jeremy, you're extraordinary and so flippin' funny that once watched, it is addictive. That's the comment that you says it all? That Jeremy is extraordinary and so flippin' funny that watching him is addictive? How does that say it all?
Yes, when you watch the video that is connected to this, he was talking about all the things that we're doing to him. And
You
the
didn't
man
watch the whole video. You didn't watch the whole. You didn't watch the whole video, right?
I watched part of the video. I said I watched the parts that are pertinent.
Right. So you didn't watch.
And the man, what I
Man.
was showing came from what the judge had asked. The judge had asked in court at some point, how do I, what, why do these things, actually, excuse me, let me change that. It was Mr. Feathers, his old lawyer, that said to me, how do all of these fans, I just can't believe that they believe all of this stuff and that they watch this stuff. Are you telling me that they just get intrigued by it and engulfed in it? That's why this says it all. The guy says straight up, it's addictive. They watch this stuff because they get addicted to the hate, the humiliation that he gives to us, the things that he says about us. Sure, it's funny when you dress John in a pig, ears and snout and face, and you post it on the internet. Of course it's funny.
Were any of those images that you just described in your answer under oath on this video that you're referring to with these comments?
Not me. I don't know if they're on this video, but they're on every other video. Every video has that on it. Every video has those things on it.
Except this
Every
one.
thumbnail.
You don't know that. You just said.
I've already given it to the judge. The judge has it. Would you like me to show you a picture of what I'm talking about?
I'd like you to, first of all, understand again that I get to ask the questions, not you. And secondly, I'd like to ask you to please lower your voice. There's no reason to shout. So that you've already testified that you didn't watch this entire video, which I believe is over 2 hours, right?
Yeah, you don't have to watch the ends of it.
You did not, you've only watched, of this video that you've attached in your exhibit here, you only watched the comments. Did you watch this comment? I'm not clear. Let's get clear again, because now that we have it in front of us, I mentioned to you at the time, we thought that it would come up, and we're seeing it now. So let's get clear. Someone who you not telling us who it is told you to look at this New Year's video, and you didn't watch the whole video. You only watched parts of it. And then you said, I said, how do you know which parts? And then you said on the transcript, there's minutes, right? And then you have minutes highlighted here. For example,
I
on
never
page-
said there was minutes, sir.
Okay, well then tell us everything you did to only watch, I guess you call it snippets of this
You
2 hour
only have to
video.
watch the beginning. When he does his lives, he does whatever you call it, an auction or something at the end of the stuff. So you don't need to watch the ends of the videos, because the ends of the videos are just his auction or whatever.
How would you know if you don't watch it?
I did not say that I have never watched a full video.
But aren't you
I
assuming?
used to watch his videos, sir, until he started belittling, humiliating, and abusing people in Otter Creek. Then I stopped watching his videos, sir.
Right. So if you didn't, and this again, this video.
Now I only watch what I
It
need
happens
to.
again. This is really, we're going to approach
You didn't
a
let
record.
me finish.
I did. And now it's happening again. So let's start the question. Once again, I'm asking you a question and I'm asking you to take caution of these instructions. Please do not interrupt me when I'm asking you a question. Wait until I finish the question before you answer. Okay? I need you to answer that, ma'am.
Okay.
So, you didn't watch this entire video that you've attached to the court on January 2nd, 2024. So I take it from your answers that because you didn't watch the whole video, you're assuming that these offensive images of John dressed up as a pig and other images you gave in your answer previously are in this video that you're complaining about. Is that fair?
I did not say that.
Okay. So
Again, you're lying. You're saying I said something I didn't say. I did not say that they were actually in this video.
Okay, so let's go back because that's exactly what started this. You know, that's exactly what started it. You went and you said something that this is it. And she's watched other videos where he's dressed up in pigs and it's obviously hilarious and all this stuff. But here it is again. Sandra Kelly, you don't know this person, right? Sandra Kelly, 5967. Ma'am, please put that down. You're giving testimony. Please put it down.
Well, you wanted to see what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I can't see it, and please put it down. Please put it down.
Okay. Please put it down.
You're being asked a question here. This is based on your writing, your submissions to the court. We were talking about this user, Sandra Kelly, 5967. You don't know this person, correct?
Nope.
And you've never had any communications with this person, correct?
Nope.
All right. And she's not saying this to you, correct?
Nope.
All right. And so you said that when she says that Jeremy is extraordinary and so flippin' funny, that once watches addictive, you're saying she said that because it is funny when you see John dressed up as a pig, but you don't know whether Sandra Kelly saw that because it's not in this video, right?
I didn't just say John as a pig. I said all of the things he does like that. What I said, sir, was what was in the video made her say that. The video was degrading. It was humiliating. And these people eat it up. They follow him as if he's Charles Manson and they are his followers. He has followers. We call them cultists.
What would we call the non-thinking, absentee brain individuals that follow LIEnette? Turdist? No. Church of the Stripping Minister? No. Oh, I know. We just call them stupid.
Because they follow him. They are addicted to the hurt of others. That's what I said.
Okay, so I'm going to start saying things now because we're going to try to get this done quicker. So this is going to be called, I'm making a move to strike as non-responsive. So we're going to try it again. Okay. So you didn't watch this video. Okay, let's put it this way.
Nope.
Can you point to anything in the video portions that you watched of this video that you say that Sandra Kelly found funny?
I watched all of that video up until his auction or his mail, whichever it was.
Okay.
I watched the video. I watched the video. It was a horrible video. It was degrading. It was embarrassing. It was humiliating. And it was lies all about John and I and others, not just us. And then those comments come from those people.
Okay. So now you did watch all the video that's different than
not to the end.
This is,
I just said that.
Got to be amazing the number of times that you've interrupted my
Okay.
question.
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth. Okay, so you're not going to answer any more questions about this page?
Nope.
41?
Nope, because you're twisting it again. Nope. Plead the fifth.
Okay. Let's see this question. Page 40 now. This is, you wrote here on page 40. Can you see this? Is it yes or no? Can you see it? I didn't ask you to read it.
Yes, I'm reading. Well, so I shouldn't read it?
I just asked you if can you see it?
I had to look and see if I could read it before I could tell you I could see it. Oh my God.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you wrote, this is why we are filmed every day. We're terrified a fan will hurt us for them. Are those your words?
Yes.
And then you highlighted a section of here. That's what you were referring to, is why you are filmed every day and why you're terrified a fan will hurt us for them, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the statement is, this past Saturday, the 30th, we were in Otter Creek hoping to come across you too because we are fans. I'm hoping someday we can meet. What in that statement makes you believe that you're filmed every day and terrifies you that a fan will hurt you? You're not even mentioned in this post, right?
Are you done so I can answer it?
When I stop talking, I'm done.
Oh, well, sometimes not, but the fans come here to see him and they video our property. We are videoed at least 10, 15 times a day by different cars.
Really?
Every day. We are filmed every day by his fans.
On the road?
Yes, from the road, filming our property. That's why we can't let our child play outside. It's why we don't go outside. We stick to the back of our property as often as we can. That's why we're putting up tin, because it's all we had to protect ourselves and our child from these fans.
There's really no reason to shout. So again, I want to make sure.
Oh, I know it's a joke. Thanks.
No, nothing's a joke here. I'm trying to get your story. I'm trying to understand your story. So I believe I said earlier, I think I heard you say that you have, to protect yourself, you have cameras up, right?
Yes, sir.
Where are these cameras? Are they trained on the road so you can see who's coming by?
2 of them are, yes.
Okay. So do you have any video proof that you get 10 to 15 cars every day? By his fans? By his fans?
Yes, I have some screenshots of all the different cars that drive by. I don't screenshot it every day, but I do. Yep, we
Right.
do.
How
Yes,
do
we
you
do.
know? How do you know? No, please don't interrupt me. Let's try it again. Here's the instruction.
God.
There, you just did it again. As I was giving the instruction, you actually interrupted me. I'm going to remind you again. Let me get my complete question out. When I stop talking for more than a second or two, you'll know I'm done, or I may give you an inflection that I'm done. But please wait until I finish the question before you say anything. All right. Now, so how do you know that the cars driving by your property are Jeremy Hale's fans? Do they identify themselves somehow?
Why in the world would anyone else drive by our property filming us if they weren't Hale's fans doing it?
As I told you several times,
I watched
I get
the
to
videos.
ask the questions, man. You don't get to answer a question with another question. So let's answer the question with a statement of fact that you know. I'm asking you what you know. Again, I told you, we're all here seeking the truth. And if you're making a statement that you believe to be true, that it's his fans 10 to 15 times every day driving by your house, I'm asking you, how do you know that other than assuming? Do you have any knowledge, aside from assuming that they're his fans driving by, that they actually are his fans driving by your property to the tune of 10 to 15 a day, filming your property?
Yes, I can provide and will. A message from a lady that says, I drove by your property the other day and filmed it. What a pigsty. What a piece of shit it is. Just like Jeremy says, Jeremy's going to win. You need to go to jail. Something on that order. We get sent messages from people in his hate group that send us messages saying that we're filmed, and we watch the people film us every day. They don't hide it. They hold the camera out the window and film our property.
And
We're
you have not, and
nobody. We're nobody.
So
We
I would think if you're in, right now, you have some fans too, don't you?
No, I do not.
You have no supporters?
I don't have any supporters. No, absolutely not.
Anybody ever give you a donation?
I have a set of friends that are my friends. I have 8 people that I talk to. Friends, that's it. Those are the only friends I have.
So one of the things,
except my family. My donations that I've gotten have came from my family.
anyone other than your friends or family ever donate money to you?
No,
Anyone other than your friends or family ever say they were a fan of yours on the internet?
no, we don't have fans.
Do you
I have a tortoise rescue. I'm not a YouTube celebrity or a public person. I have
Ma'am,
a tortoise rescue.
when I
You don't-
asked you, ma'am,
I'm
now
not.
okay,
I don't
okay.
have fans. No.
Thanks for
Nope.
answering. So when I asked you what proof you had, other than assuming that they were Jeremy Hale's fans, hang on. So yeah. So when I asked you proof you had that the 10 to 15 people, by the way, how do you know it's 10 to 15 cars a day if you're not there to count them? Do you see them on the camera when you're not there?
Yes. Yep.
So is your
I look at my cameras every day.
okay? And so does the camera save the images?
I just got a new subscription, so I'm not exactly sure how it works. So I haven't
You have
figured
your
that out yet.
Okay, so what kind of cameras do you have pointed at the road? You said you have 2 of them.
I'm not gonna, I plead the fifth. I'm not gonna have him hack into my cameras. No, thank you.
You're refusing to answer any questions you're pleading the fifth to answer
About
any
my
questions.
security on my
Again, which is-
property, yes.
I hate to say I'm amazed, but this is probably one of the most amazing depositions I've ever been in when I've been interrupted.
Why do I have to tell you the name of my cameras so that you can hack them?
Ma'am, this is truly You keep saying you understand that you're not to interrupt me when I'm asking a question, but yet you continually do it. You want to explain why that is?
Because I'm not going to give you the names of my cameras when I already know that he has people fabricating whole entire messages. They will hack my cameras. That we've already been sent a message saying that there was a drone that dropped a camera behind our property. He's already been made a comment on a video that I saw that says, "Oh, I'm glad she got cameras because now we'll access them and we'll be able to see what they're doing on their property." I'm not telling you what my security system is. I don't have to. I plead the fifth.
All right, we're going to move on. Were the cameras donated to you by a fan of yours? Yes?
Yes, by a
By whom?
person.
By whom?
I'm not going to give you his name. First name, Paul. I don't know his last name. I'll give you that.
Is Paul a friend of yours?
He is now a very good friend.
Okay, are you in communication with him?
Every day.
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name.
How do you communicate with him every day?
On my text messaging, Facebook Messenger.
What's his phone number?
I'm not going to give you his contact information.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
Yes, I am. I am not going to make people targets of Jeremy Hales.
No, what she does is gets these individuals, these fools, to rally around her, like a Charles Manson type. And they're in this thing that we like to call, well, it's a cult. They're drinking that turtle soup. They're now all part of a public record. They will all be summoned. They will all get a subpoena for every bit of communication they've had with LIEnette, whether it was Paul Hemroyd, whether it was Lizzie Bailey, whether it was Shart. The list can go on and on. And everything they delete, they will be found legally liable for. Tampering with evidence, and everything that was said and everything that was typed is in the system. The internet does not disappear when you hit delete. They're all, oh my goodness, they all got in bed with her. And like the 7 men that already married her, now they're scrambling and they all want out. That ain't happening.
Why not? Why are you refusing to answer that question? Are you taking the fifth?
Because the man is dangerous. And I'm not going to put anyone else's life at risk. I know what I've been through, and I'm not going to put someone else through it.
Now, I got to tell you, I also told you, do you feel there's a reason to shout your answers?
I can't help
I can
it.
hear you. I can hear you. I hear you. Fine. I can tell you're shouting.
I can't help it.
Why not? Now you're talking calm. Why do you have
No,
to- Sorry? Why are you shouting?
I can't take much more. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I cannot take much more.
This is her court case against me. This is what she wanted, in her words, running to the Levy County Courthouse. This is the lowest circuit court in Levy County. Now it's going to amplify by 100, if not 500, if not 1,000. It's going to federal court. This is by no means near done. This is just getting started.
Well, we're not done. I'm sorry. I've got to go. I've got a lot of documents to go through here, and so I got to do this. And so, again, I asked you, how do you know that 10 to 15 of his fans are filming you every day, driving by?
We count them.
You count them. Okay. And again, you assume that they are fans of Jeremy Hales, right?
Why else would they be driving by filming us? We're nobody. We're nobody.
Again, I ask you, and please interrupt. Here comes another question. Why do you think you can answer my question to you with a question? You can't. I've told you before. I ask the questions, you answer them. Now, you've given an answer, which it could be a rhetorical question. So that would lead to me to say, then if you're answering with a question with saying, why else would they be? It sounds like a rhetorical question. That means you're assuming that they are fans. They never told you. These cars don't stop by every time there's a film saying, hi, we're Jeremy Hale's fans, right? You're just assuming they are, correct?
Whatever you want to answer.
No.
If that's what if you want that answer, then I'll give you that answer. Sure. I'm assuming they're fans.
It's not because I want the truth. Is the truth that you
Sure.
think
The truth
again,
is
which
that they
which
are
is
fans.
totally. I'm just gonna be just amazed, mind boggled, whatever. How many times you've interrupted questions here? So, wow. So let's one more time. We're getting close, but the interruptions and things make things worse. So again, I am told you
Go.
I want the truth. Man,
Go.
where are you going?
Go. I'm telling my daughter to get out of the room.
Again, you're shouting.
I am not shouting. I just straight up said I'm telling my daughter to get out of the room. That's my closet. That is, no, go. That is mommy's stuff. Go. That is a no-no.
Okay. So, ma'am, I am not asking questions to hear answers that I want to hear. What I do want to hear is the truth. We all hear. Everybody wants to hear the truth. So if it's true that you're assuming that all these people that drive by your house every day, 10 to 15, filming you, if you assume that they are fans of Jeremy Hales, that's your answer. Is that the truth?
We have read hundreds of comments of people that say that they drive by and film us, and they are all Hale's fans. They're commenting on his pages. So if they're making comments on his pages, then I guess it's safe for us to assume that they're his fans. So if they're saying they're driving by and filming us and they're on his page, then one would naturally assume that they are fans of Jeremy Hales, because they're not fans of me. Now you have your answer.
Thank you. Okay, that's your answer and I accept it. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go over some things. Now, do you sorry, strike that. Do you have your own Facebook pages, ma'am?
I have a personal Facebook page that is mine for my family and my birth family and my personal friends. I don't let anyone on it. It is personal. May I finish?
Absolutely.
I have the Otter Creek Standing on the Truth. That is my Christian page. I do not allow commenting on it. I don't allow any feedback on it. I post Christian things there. And occasionally, if I get hate messages or I get horrible things sent to me, I may go to the page and say, I'm sorry, but I did not do this, or I did not do that. That is the only thing that is posted there. That page has been given to the deputies at the Levy County Sheriff's Department. They've been all through it.
We're way beyond the answer. You've answered the question.
That's the only public pages I have, except my marriage page, which I'm not using, and my rescue. That's it.
I didn't ask you about public or private. I didn't ask you to narrow that down. I asked you how many Facebook pages you have, and not public or private. Let's try it again.
Let's see.
I don't want the question to be misunderstood. So again, I'm speaking and I'm asking you a question so you understand it. How many Facebook pages, public, private, or otherwise, do you have right now?
Okay, just a minute. Let me figure it out.
Okay.
I have 5.
Sorry, when you say you have 5, is that including the other ones you mentioned?
My private page, my page that is
One.
for my just posting Christian stuff. My
2,
reptile rescue has its own page.
3,
My marriage page, and
4,
Harley has a page if you want to
5.
consider her page.
5. Okay. So you maintain 5 Facebook pages. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
In the last year, have you maintained more than 5 Facebook pages?
I have not made any other pages. I had the Heart of Otter Creek. I closed it.
Okay, so now we're into a different subject. I want to know how
There
many
were 2 other
Ma'am,
pages.
again,
They've
which
been
is
closed down.
totally, I keep saying it because it really is amazing. So
You
I don't want to have to give you
interrupted
this
me.
again. This is truly incredible. I don't want to have to give you an instruction not to interrupt every question before I ask you every question. But maybe I will. I don't want to.
Interrupted me.
So again, let's try it again. In the last year, now that you've answered this question this way, in the last year, how many Facebook pages have you closed?
2.
So that's 7 now. Do you see what I'm doing? That's 7 in the past year of Facebook pages that you have used. Open or closed, right?
You didn't ask me that in the beginning, but yes, they're closed. 2 are
7.
closed.
So that's 7 total, right? That are open or closed in the last year that you've had and that you've used, right? 7.
That wasn't your question, but yes, sir.
Okay. So if somebody says that you have in the last year maintained more than 7 Facebook pages, that would be untruthful, right?
Yes, it would be a lie.
Okay. Now, what of the 2 that you just mentioned, besides the other 5, that you closed in the last year?
Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors is closed. The Heart of Otter Creek is closed.
Okay. Are there any other Facebook pages that you've maintained in the last year other than the 7 you just mentioned in this deposition?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. There are. There's 13 that we know of, and Randy knows that already going into this. And he already got her to admit that if she didn't get to the correct number, she's a liar. You understand, that's what she habitually, pathologically does. She lies, and she's by no means done. This isn't over yet. Believe it or not, it still goes on for 2 more hours.